Raymond will start.
Blake looked like he was in a really good rhythm tonight. Are you surprised that, I mean, even last night to a degree, he looked like
I thought he looked good last night too. We just looked so bad, no one noticed, to be honest. So, no, he's in a great rhythm. I love the way he's shooting the ball. I love that first 8 minutes is how we should play. Just the energy, the downhill attacks. The three-guard lineup is tough. Those three guys, because we literally put Chris on, the least, to give him more rest. And it was just a good way to start the game.
It seems like in these first two games you've staggered Chris and Blake in an effort to kind of look at that. What have you liked so far about that look?
Well, I didn't like anything last night, so I can't even answer again. But tonight I liked the way we used Chris. I liked that he didn't have to guard the better guys. That gave him energy. I liked the fact that Raymond and Austin could bring the ball up. He didn't have to use energy there. We took him out early, brought him back in the quarter, took him out again, let him in the quarter again. I just thought it helps him play with more energy. So I liked how we did his minutes today. Blake, I thought I didn't do a good job. I thought I played him too long. I think one stretch was 10 straight minutes. I don't like that ever for him. But he looked so good that, he can fool you.
What do you think of the chemistry of that three-guard group that you started out there today with Chris and Raymond and Austin?
I loved it. I mean, that's the best ball movement we've had in camp or in a game. And I think I didn't know what to expect because it's funny, we haven't used that at all in any practice. And I thought what I thought they all liked was all three guys can go downhill. All three guys can attack. If you ball swing, that guy's catching it, putting it on the floor, and you saw them, they're driving and kicking and making plays. And that puts a lot of pressure on your defense. And also thought they tried to find who they thought was the guy they could drive it on. Usually on the other team, there's always one, and I thought they just did it on their own. They kind of found it. And I thought Blake and DJ just did a great job of playing off of those three guys. It's pretty good.
How valuable a piece is Raymond for you? And is he kind of like he can kind of do whatever you need on that night? Kind of.
Yeah, he's a bulldog. He's another good defender. He's tough. Him and Austin, they're interesting because Raymond can't guard threes, but Raymond can guard 1 and 2s and be physical with them. Austin can guard 1, 2s, and 3s. They, even though they're both 2 1s or 1 2s, I don't know whatever you want to call them. They both have the ability to physically fight and defend, and that's why I wanted to look at that today. I just wanted to see could they do it. Austin picked up those 2 fouls. Up until then, he was guarding DeRozan great, and then we take him out and DeRozan goes off. So he's got to know if he's guarding one of the better guys. He wasted 2 fouls. You can't waste a foul if you're the guy that's guarding their good guy. So that's probably a lesson for him.
In an offseason that had a lot of flashy offseason moves, your moves were very subtle. You brought back Jamal Crawford.
Can you say smooth? It sounds better.
It was smooth.
Okay, thank you. It sounds better.
Subtle, smooth, whichever synonym, Doc.
I'm just kidding.
But bringing in Raymond, bringing in Maurice Spates,
Yeah.
Brandon Bass, one of your former workhorses from the Boston Celtics, and more recently Alan Anderson. Talk about those moves and how your plan to build up a solid bench to go along with a great starting 5 is key to a successful season.
Well, it's really important, obviously. Last year we were 3rd or 4th in the league off the bench, but it took us half the year to do anything. Our bench for the first half of the year didn't play well and probably taxed our guys, And this year we would like to start off with the bench that is up to par with the starters. And if we can do that, it's big for us.
What was it about Raymond that made you guys want to get him so bad on this team?
The end of his season last year. It's funny, that's where you got to be careful looking at numbers. If you looked at Raymond's numbers through the season, maybe they didn't look that great, but if you looked at his numbers the last 20 games of the year, of the season, he was fantastic and through the playoffs. And so we were on him right away. He just took a long time to say yes. When we're offering minimums, they take a while. But I give Dave Wool and Lawrence a lot of credit. They were on him right away, And, you know, he was honest. He said, if I can get a big offer somewhere, I'm going to take it. If not, you guys are first. You guys have stayed on me, and, you know, I'll consider you. And he did.
What is it you like about him? About his
I just liked his toughness. And every coach you talk to loved him. Like they said, he was great in the locker room. You know, last year, you forget, Raymond didn't play a lot at the beginning of the year, never complained, was always the guy on the bench involved. And when you see that kind of stuff from a veteran, you figure he's a great guy to get on your team.
What happened to Bryce? It seemed like he came off a little hobbled.
I think he hurt his back. That's what it looked like.
And then, secondly, in regards to Blake, it seems like, you know, his focus is, even by Blake standards, laser sharp right now. Do you think that's a byproduct at all of missing the amount of time he missed last year?
Yeah. I mean, when you miss the games that you miss, you want to come back and get your game going. You want to get ready. And that's what Blake is doing. He's playing like that in practice. I mean, he is laser focused. He's dead serious. And it's kind of cool.
Last question.
In that fourth quarter, when the Raptors started to close in on your lead, what was it that you were looking for on the court from the bench?
A bucket. I mean, I think we had 85, right? And I think we'd scored like 8 points. You know, it's tough. They're in playing guys that are, you know, the other team is going for it. They got caught in a tough situation. We had a turnover fest, missed shots. Raymond made a big one for us. Wes had the biggest play was the foul. Wes got 3 free throws made too. So, but that's the truth. We just need someone to score 1 bucket. That would have been nice. So, hey guys, take care.
Did you see